I don't even want to talk about. You approached it wrong. You must buy and sell them a lot, but you approached that one wrong.
Well, I apologize.
You're talking about a guy that it may not matter because I may not live to the end of the week.
I missed a real.
That is awesome.
Worldwide shipping is available on this cream puffer. What a great day to be alive.
Once in a lifetime opportunity. Runs hard. Wow. Outstanding. So grab your cup of Joe and let's go.
All right, guys, we got something a little bit different today. 2 fails on 2 great finds. 2 cars that I tried to buy. We went and looked at them, but we did not get them bought. And sometimes that happens. We don't show that normally, but these were 2 significant cars that we spent time on that failed.
All right, we're in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Here's our finder here. We're going to go and see if we can get permission to film this deal. How you doing, sir?
Dennis. Michael Jennings.
Michael Jennings.
Dennis, how you doing?
Great, sir. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, good morning. I'm still sick from the hospital.
Sorry to hear that. Can we take pictures back there when we're back there looking at it?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, very good.
I thought I was selling it, and then you can take all the pictures you want.
That's the plan.
I must have misunderstood
No,
it.
the plan is to us to make a deal and get it on the trailer and get you paid today.
You know I love Shelby's, and I think just about everybody in the muscle car world does, and a KR is very significant. I was able to track the history of this car before I went and looked at it, so I was confident in what it was. It came out of Houston, Texas, and has been up in the East Texas area for a long time. After I got there, I realized I knew who the owner's dad was. He used to be a significant Mustang guy around the Richardson, Texas area where I grew up.
So I don't know if it was you or your dad, but y'all used to live over close to super shops.
Yeah.
And your dad would do body work on my Mustangs out of the garage there.
Really?
Yeah, so he'd come on the weekends, he'd help me with some stuff.
What kind of car?
Mustangs, 65, 66
He would
mainly.
do body work?
Well, he showed me how to roll dents out of the rear valance, out of the front valance without replacing them. A good friend of mine lived over there, Jimmy and
Because he
Timmy.
never ran a shop out
No, it
of
wasn't a
his
shop.
house. Yeah.
But he'd sell me parts out of the house. Yeah, I bought parts out of your house there in Richardson.
Yeah.
I knew it. There's just no way there could be this many Mustangs and I'd not figure that out. It took me a minute. But then it was like Wheeler.
And he did a lot of stuff with Dallas Mustang as well. So there were Mustangs everywhere. So we went and walked the property. I was going to see if there's anything else that could get thrown in there. And get back to talk to the owner of the KR. And as I listened, more things came out about the car. But I made an offer on the car.
Well, I had an offer, and Mike already blurted it out. I wouldn't have never told anybody, but he blurted it out, and it's okay. I had a guy that said he was going to look at the car, and then he made a decision he was buying the car, and I said, well, let me go down there and look at it one more time. He texted me in about 30 minutes and said he was being grieved by his wife, and he couldn't buy the car.
Buyer's remorse before he bought it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Even though he just sold a Hemi car and a this and a that.
So he had the money to buy it. Or
He says he did. It would have to either be bars of gold or cash.
So would cash today buy it?
You mean less than what the other clown offered?
Yeah, well, he didn't follow through. He probably didn't have
No,
the cash.
it won't.
Okay.
It won't. I'm totally offended.
Well, I don't want to offend
Thank you very much.
What does it take to buy it?
Well, he immediately acted like he was offended. First of all, a guy that has 50 or 60 cars on his property is technically a car dealer, so I shouldn't have gotten offended. But my offer was $5,000 less than I was told he had the car sold for, and the guy backed out. So it certainly wasn't an egregious low offer. So after going back and forth for a while, a lot of this stuff is not going to be on camera because the guy got a little bit unusual, if you will. I went back at that number. I said, well, I'll just, how about I pay you what you had it sold for? He said, well, no, you should have offered more than that.
I don't even want to talk about, you approached it wrong. You must buy and sell them a lot, but you approached that one wrong.
Well, I apologize.
You're talking about a guy that it may not matter because I may not live to the end of the week.
Well, there's some other things about the car. If you look at the car there, I think the car would have cleaned up. Obviously, it hadn't been taken care of, and where it is a disaster. It would have taken a lot of equipment to get it out. Probably couldn't even got it out that day. I mean, it's going to take forklifts and everything else. But after listening to him, I had a 427 in the car, and he did not have the original 428 Cobra Jet motor, which 68.5 Arco Cobra Jet motors are expensive. They're hard to find, and if you have to gather one up from parts, you're going to spend a ton of money and time. Now, having a 67 GT500 with a 427 in it is perfectly acceptable to most people in the Shelby world. But having a 68 KR, which what you're buying there is the motor, and having 427 in it is not cool. Then after talking to him for a while, he said the reason it's parked is that motor had an oiling problem. So we know right off the bat that 427 needs to come out. We need to gather up a proper date-coded 428 Cobra Jet motor, which we have done before. That is time-consuming and expensive. I have followed up on that car, and I have since then been offered that car by 3 different people. They didn't get it bought either, and they're calling me on it. So we did not get that car bought. I don't know that we ever will, but I'll keep on trying. Guess what time of the day it is, Zach?
What time?
It's time to wake up and get ready for this 12-hour day. My short days are from 6 to 6, and my long days are from 6 to midnight or whenever. What has really helped me is timeline. 2 of these a day. Oh, they smell good. Let them smell them. So, Jeep's got to have fuel. Hot Rod's got to have fuel. Sports car's got to have fuel. Your body's got to have fuel. The mitochondria, again, is the powerhouse of the cell. MitoPure, by timeline, is what unlocks that energy in your cells. I take 2 of these a day, along with an inordinate amount of coffee. Which my coffee tastes great, but I'll have to say that the timeline MitoPure tastes better. 2 of these a day will keep you going. I'm 60 years old, and I plan on running this hard for at least another 15 years. This has really helped me do it. When you turn my age, you need some help, but you need the horsepower. You've got to have power from your cells, and the best way to unlock that was with MitoPure by timeline. Get your mitochondria going. You got to fuel the machines, got to fuel the body. Try the new MitoPure gummies for free using code GummiesGift, or use my code coffeewalk for 20% off your first purchase using the link below. Next one we get a few pictures of, and I requested multiple times, can I have the VIN number? And they never answered back with the VIN number. Kind of weird, but whatever. The lead on 69 GTO Judge came in from a friend of my wife and I that we've known forever, who owns a foundation repair company, is really, really good at it. Honest guy. He just said it was a friend of the family, you know, sent him these pictures. He hadn't seen it himself. All right, we were in Pilot Point, Texas for a 69 GTO, and we're hoping it's a Judge. How are you? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Dennis Collins.
Dennis, nice to meet you. I'm Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi. Juani's back here.
Hello, Mr. Potts. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, good. You busy as always?
Yeah, pretty busy. Well, her mama's the final interest in it, so I mean, it's kind of up to her, but I mean, she'll negotiate through her mama, so.
Okay. So I'm just going to go by what John told me real quick, and he said that the family's owned the car since 1970?
Yes, since 1970.
It looked cool. It's in a storage facility, not too far from here, so we didn't trek across country. And I felt like over the phone, in talking to this lady's daughter, very, very nice to deal with it, and we could put a deal together. Well, the first thing I noticed in the pictures is it didn't have a Ram Air hood. All 69 Judges, whether it was Ram Air 3 or Ram Air 4, they were all Ram Air hood cars. A little odd. Enduro bumpers, fitment in the front's not very good. But being as a guy owned it since 1970, I was like, Alex is going to check the motor real quick. Manual brakes, a little bit odd on a Judge. Most of them were power brakes with disc brakes because you wanted to stop. Yeah. This is very unusual to see a bench seat 4-speed in a Judge is very unusual. It's also got a base steering wheel. It does not have rally gauges. It doesn't have a hood tack, which is also odd. So this is a later model stripe kit, Alex, which means this is a later model Judge. If it's a Judge, and also the first 2,000 cars did not have that Judge emblem on the glove box. The wing looked right on the back, carousel red, which is the most common color. Had all the Judge emblems on it, had the Judge badge on the glove box, which I think were just on the later ones. They have no paperwork. The first thing we get when we walk over to check on it is the motor. What do we got on the motor?
What are you hoping for?
WW.
It's a WX.
I'll take it. Okay. So WW would have been highly unlikely. WS is the most common powertrain in this car, 4-speed. So WS is a manual transmission, 366 horse, Ram Air 3, 4-speed car.
WX.
WX, are you sure? Mm-hmm. Well, we want a WS.
You can take a look.
We don't want a WX. Somebody's looked at it too.
Yeah.
WX is not correct. Right off the back, that's a tough pill to swallow because if you got to gather up a Ram Air 3 400, that can get quite expensive too if we're talking carpeted pan. But on the other hand, we walked around and opened the trunk, and the original Ram Air stuff for the hood, off the original hood, is in the trunk. You keep looking at the car, I'm just like, man, it's just very odd for a judge to not have some of the cool options that the GTOs came with, or some of the cool options that the judges came with, i.e. hood tack, rally dash, sport steering wheel, AC, power steering, power brakes. This car didn't have any of that. And it had a bench seat in it. Not unheard of, but very odd. I can't ever remember seeing a judge with a bench seat. But looking at this car, I'm scratching my head. But we go around, we open the trunk, and it does have the right springs in the trunk. So in order to, when you had a judge and you had the wing, it had heavy duty springs to stay up. So, and also it's got the cracked holes mounting. So like, yeah, definitely it's at least a judge deck lid. So we walk around the car, and Alex pops his head up and says, look at your phone, because he didn't want to be rude. Oh, wow. Okay. So we check the trim tag. It is TT Carousel Red. The VIN codes is a GTO. We're not able to see the frame number because you got to take the body off the back. If I look inside it, this car looks to me, and I need a little bit more time to definitively say this, but it looks to me that it was hit hard enough that it had even the firewall was probably replaced. But you could clearly get underneath the car and see that it was clipped. Now, in 1970, these were just cars. They made 6,725 judges in 69, so that's a ton of cars. So let's say this car was crashed in 69 or 70. Well, there was probably another one in a wrecking yard somewhere that was crashed on the other end, because the panels that are on the car look like their original paint. It looks to me that two cars were morphed into one, and the other car was probably a Carousel Red GTO, so it just had a basic hood. Now, you know me, I'll buy anything dead or alive, diamonds in the rough, buy them out in the field or in a barn. I'm thinking, oh my gosh. You know, and obviously you got to disclose this stuff to the next guy, but I'm scratching my head. It would be highly unlikely that this is a real judge. And if I pay good money for it, which I had already offered good money, I offered good money in my opinion after knowing all this stuff, they turned it down. But the last thing I want to do is drag this thing back and find out that I just bought a cut in half, almost no option 69 GTO. Now on the other hand, if I get it home and go through the PHS, Pontiac Historical Society, Mr. Jim Madison, and got the records to the car, it'd be a win. Well, I didn't have the VIN number when I had the pictures before. I tried for days to get it, or I would have submitted it before I went out there. Well, I got back, and first thing I did was submit it. We got them first thing this morning, which Coffee Walk airs tomorrow. Now, and I think you Pontiac guys out there that have seen this or scratch your heads like, man, I highly doubt that's a judge. So we'll just start off. It is a factory 4-speed car. So he will give you this. This comes in your PHS pack, which is really cool. And he highlights how the car left the factory. It is 4-speed. And this was special on this car. A 390-to-1 track lock posi. XK code, they called it, Pontiac called it safety track. You know, Chevrolet's posi track. WS code 400 4-barrel. Carousel red, which we knew. Black. And the seat code's 268 with an asterisk, and that's for bench seat. So you got a bench seat, 4-speed judge with a really good gear, 390-to-1. So looks to me, somebody ordered this car because they wanted it lightweight, they wanted to drag race it. Now here's what you really want to see. We knew the car was built in Arlington, but the car was sold new in Neosho, Missouri. Now the 4-speed that's in it was an extra $184. It's because it's a 4-speed close ratio transmission. Then it says axle special ordered was extra $2.11. Now this car had no rally gauges in it, which really threw me off, and no hood tack. Well, it was a hood tack car. So that explains that, because the hood's been changed. And then option 4 down, the Judge. So I missed a real Judge, or half of one, or 3/4 of one. I don't know, depends how you look at it. This is one of the lowest option build sheets I have ever seen on any Pontiac. And this is a Judge. So learn something new every day. Now, if it had the right motor in it, obviously I would have gone with it being a Judge or something else, but. So yes, I did call them back this morning to see if the car was still available. And they said they had somebody driving in from a long ways from another state who is a collector of GTOs to buy the car. I hope he's got a flashlight. But you never know, that deal might unwind and we might still get it. It still has value. It's still cool. I think we could have cleaned up that car. What we would have done, we brought it back here, is we put a hood tack on it, try to get some of the panel fitment better, make the car run and drive, and then you'd have a cheater Judge, I guess we would call that, because this car's never going to be a real high-end car, because I highly doubt you would ever find a matching numbers motor, but you could certainly find a correct coded motor. So that one failed too. So there's 2 fails, but they're 2 cool cars. We're going to keep trying. Here's what I need you guys to do. We need more leads. social@cbjeep.com. Send us the cool stuff. We're still looking for 911 Porsches, 356 Porsches, Shelby Mustangs for sure. And we are on the hunt right now for a 67 GT350 Shelby in any condition. Blown apart, wrecked, rusted, rolled over, any condition. You've got a 67 Shelby GT350. We will also consider very nice original cars. But we need a 67 GT350 soon. So help us with that. We really slowed down on the Corvette buys this year. We've kind of run low on leads. We need 53 to 67 Corvettes in any condition. And of course, we're always looking for 76 to 86 Jeep CJ5s, CJ7s, and Scramblers. I need one more favor from everybody out there in Coffee Walk world. As you know, we love coffee, and we've got a new flavor coming out for Christmas. We want you to help us name it. If you name it, we're going to send you a killer swag pack, including coffee, coffee mugs, Coffee Walk shirts, all that stuff. So it has cinnamon, brown sugar, and vanilla in it. What would you call that? The most clever name that wins, we're going to send you a swag pack. Please post it. Thanks. The egg tax. Not that it's something crazy, but I had Philly cheesesteak omelet at the Maybake Cafe. Never had a Philly cheesesteak.
Sounds interesting. You said ribeye?
He said he was slicing off a ribeye back there. Pretty good to me.
French toast and scramble. Everything that's in your hands.
I like it. We got to win.
Yes, all of that. The kids' meal.
There you go.
Drown it.
I just put all that on one plate. Keep the dishwasher busy.
That's literally a side of hash brown.
We just leave that there and you can have my bread, Sean.
Okay.
It looks like
Look at that.
you need some more bread.
Look at that.
Gonna make some sriracha on top of my hash browns. A little ketchup, a little Tabasco.
Awesome, thank you.
Dennis took my knife, so I'll take
A
yours.
little
out.
pepper.
Can we get another setup? Fork?
Did I steal yours, Sean?
Yeah, that's fine.
I did. No, I didn't. Maybe I did. I don't know.
You did. You have 2 knives.
Here you go.
Yep.
I took yours.
All right.
See how that works?
Well, the Philly cheesesteak actually works. I like it. I'll do Best Buy. Ketchup, Tabasco, pepper, Philly cheesesteak.
Well, the buy was a fail, but the breakfast isn't.
This gluten's amazing.
Good.
Sean was all into gluten, so I'll send him all kinds of snacks that have crazy amounts of gluten in it.
Yeah.
See how long he can tolerate it.
Well, I got maybe 5 years left on me.
Maybe. Zach, you didn't get a burrito?
No, I got an omelet.
You feeling okay?
No.
Must be feeling bad or something. No mac and cheese and no burrito. That's unusual. All right, well, we tried to go to Bebo's Burgers, which is right down the road, but they weren't open for lunch, so we're at the Corner Cafe, which had a really good rating. Let's go check it out. All right, Alex, it looks like Zach made the right call as far as looks.
Yeah, that looks good. Killer sandwich. But
I got my favorite for breakfast. Hamburger patty, eggs over easy, hash browns crispy, crispy bacon. So, it's always a treat. If you're in a small town, you can usually find that. Thank you, ma'am. One sweet tea. Put that there, make it easier. Gets a really quick Best Buy. Feeling ketchup today. That's what I'm talking about. There's just something about a hamburger, steak, eggs over easy, hash browns, and bacon when it's all put together. This requires 2 hands because you gotta get the bacon at the same time. Great start of the day. See you guys next week. Coming up next week, we're gonna do a full show on 1980 Jeep CJs and just how special they are. We're gonna go back through, we've got roughly 120 CJs here and try to pull out all the ones that are actually in the brochure for the CJ lineup in 1980 and go over those big changes and differences and things that came out in 1980. So if you're looking for 1980, this may be of some interest for you. You're looking for one to restore, we're gonna pull some out that need to be restored, and then we've got some serviced and ready to go. But 80 was a big pivotal year for the Jeep CJ, so stay tuned for that next week. And if you've got a 1980 for sale, we would love to buy that. Thanks for watching our fails. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say we enjoyed it a whole lot, but you got to see it.
As always, please
Like, tag, share, and follow, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next week.